Okay, are you ready?
Let's go.
Welcome back to Love Across Miles, our podcast about long distance relationships. Hey Bailey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
How are you going today?
I'm good.
Yeah, we have a big week kind of coming up. Tomorrow's a special day for our family.
Yes. Sorry.
You forgot.
Sorry, I forgot. I had to catch on. Yeah.
We have a special guest in the room with us. I don't think he's on camera, but our little dog, it's his birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
His name's Ollie, a little French bulldog, and he's turning 6.
Turning 6, the big fella.
Technically, he's like older than us, like if you translate to human years.
True.
Doggy.
He's definitely got no wisdom about him, but
No, he's a bit... But, I mean, he's like in charge of us now. I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway, we've been meal prepping for him all day because he's
Yeah.
like the king of the house, basically.
Yeah, a bit more meal prep for the big guy.
Yes. We got him a birthday present. We
He's spoiled. He's
shouldn't say what it
very
is
spoiled.
because he's in the room. So we don't want to spoil the surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do that.
So tomorrow we're going to be having birthday celebrations for the pup. Very exciting.
Is there cake?
We should have got cake for us. We only got stuff for him.
I mean, it is tomorrow.
Okay.
We could probably still have time.
Good idea. Good idea. Well, it was sunny today. That was pretty exciting.
Yes, it has been raining so much, and we haven't been able to do anything.
No, I just went and stood in the sun and just like absorbed the vitamin D.
We have not been able to do a thing lately.
No.
It has just rained on like the whole east coast of Australia for just, I feel like just months on end at the moment.
Feels like it. Yeah, it's...
And the good old weatherman, he just seems to get it right every time.
Bailey hates the weather people, the news, the weather apps, whatever it is. He really I'm like, cut him some slack. They're trying to predict the future. Like they're literally trying to predict the future. Like, I mean, can you do any better?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Because all you got to do at the moment is walk outside, and if it's raining, they're like, it's raining. Would you look at that? Better change the app because we said it was going to be sunny.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, they get it wrong sometimes, but
All the time.
Bailey has a hard spot in his heart for the weather people.
There's no spot in my heart for them at the moment.
No, definitely not. No.
But
I'm like, again, they're doing their best, Bailey. They're doing their best.
yeah, well,
Like
sorry, socks. Just be better.
I hope no one sees this that works for the news. Sorry, guys. He's just a little cranky.
Yeah.
Okay.
What have you been doing?
Oh, well, the usual. Running. Yeah, I ran 16K this morning by myself. Pretty lonely road out there.
That was self-inflicted.
Okay. That's what I do most of my free time. I just spend hours on end running around circles.
Yeah, you do.
No, it was good, but, trying to get back into the mindset of marathon training. I have done 2 marathons now, 4 half marathons, and yeah, I'm doing another marathon in a couple months and kind of not mentally prepared yet.
Hey, that is actually good advice just with the marathon and training and things like that. Like, that's sort of your peace and comfort for being away and starting a new life.
Oh, for sure.
Might be onto something there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I didn't start running until I moved here, and that was like the best thing I ever found. Like, just randomly kind of wanted to. I wasn't even like doing it to like, oh, I need to start running so I could find friends, or I need to find a hobby, or I just like wanted to do a half marathon, and then in the process of that, like, just started loving it.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of people and friends and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just kind of been.
Now it's just a normal routine.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I guess we can kind of dive into this week's topic.
Dig a bit deeper.
Yes. We're going to share some tips, like actual tips and stuff on how you can make long distance a little bit more bearable. Of course, it's hard, as we've made very clear.
Yes.
It sucks. As Bailey will say, don't do it. But
Don't do it.
hey, we made it. There are other people out there fighting the good fight.
It's worth it in the end.
It is. They're
Sometimes it
in the thick
doesn't
of it.
feel like it is, but it is.
Very true. But basically, we're just going to share some tips that we did. I've even added some that we didn't really do, but like I wish we kind of did or knew about. If you guys can hear that, that's our dog licking his paw.
Give him a kick.
Ollie, quit licking your paw. He's a licker. We got him a lick mat for his birthday, so he's gonna love it. I don't think he heard me.
I hope not. Anyway.
Ollie. Yeah, so yeah, some of the things we didn't necessarily do, but I wish we kind of knew about. But yeah, someone else will benefit from them, surely. Mm-hmm. Do you want to start us off or me?
I've got some points here.
Okay, yeah, let's hear, Bailey.
Let's fire one up.
Let's fire it up. That was a cheer I did in high school.
One that we've spoken about before was sending photos.
Yeah. Huge. That was...
Sending photos. Something I'm terrible at. Something I'm still terrible at.
Yeah.
I do not like photos.
You don't have to be in the photos. That's the thing.
I just like... Yeah.
You don't have to be in the photos. It's just about taking photos of your day, what you're doing. Take a photo of a cute dog you saw walking in the park. Oh, like, look at this cute dog I saw. Or something crazy you saw in the grocery store. Oh my gosh, look at this yellow watermelon. Have you seen those? Yellow watermelon? They have watermelon that's like yellow. Never tried it, but I've seen them.
No. Nope. But yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah. Something we still do now.
Something we still do now, and something that I would tell anyone to do in a long distance relationship. It just helps you feel involved in a big way.
Yeah.
Your little brother still sends me things now.
Photos all the time.
And I try and send some back if I got any.
He doesn't send them to me though. I never know. I have to find out from Bailey.
Yeah, we're in the cool club. You know?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that's just a good example. Like, it's just a good way to stay in touch. Like I said, long distance is still affecting us in the fact that Kendall's family is on the other side of the world still.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't live near my family now, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was another thing along with the photos. Bailey's family just got me a digital frame.
I was about to say the same thing.
Sorry. Still your thunder. I just thought of it. But they got me a digital frame, and you basically download an app on your phone and you give them the code and they can send you photos, and it appears on a little picture frame in our kitchen now, which is cool.
Yeah.
So that's a way to share photos from afar as well.
Definitely.
If you could get something like that.
Definitely. And it just, like I said, it makes you feel involved.
Yeah.
You don't feel like there's so much separation there because it just helps close the gap a little bit, I guess.
For sure. Yeah. That's one of my favorite ones. And like I said, we still do it now. Like take pictures when you're at work, and I try to do the same. Or if I go for a run and see something cool, I always take a photo and send it to you or show you after. Yeah, something you can do during long distance and after as well.
Yeah. That's a big one.
I'll share one. We still do kind of do this one, but not as much as we did when we were apart. We created a shared playlist on Spotify. So on Spotify, I'm sure other music things have it as well, but you can create a shared playlist where you can each add songs to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
we really like doing that. It was
Sorry, my dog's really tormenting me here. What are you doing, big guy? Nah. Where's your manners? You're on camera.
He doesn't have any. You're on camera, Ollie. Welcome to the podcast.
Just winks at me. Sorry.
He does that a lot. So yes, we could both add songs. We would add, like, if I heard a song that made me think of you or something, or a song that I thought you would like. Yeah. And then sometimes I would be like, oh, hey, I just added a song to the playlist, and like text you or something. Yeah, it just gives
you something to reflect on.
Yeah.
Like, just like, oh, hey, it's just a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Get you involved.
And even now we go back and listen to that playlist, and it's like,
the same one that we made.
All these songs, you know.
They're pretty sad.
Every now and then we'll add something to it.
They're pretty sad.
Yeah. It's like, I miss
they
you.
weren't.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, most of them were happy songs. Just songs we would like.
That's exactly right. And it's all things just to make you feel like you're closing that gap. Like I said, just that little bit more. Just because there are going to be days where it's like, man, this is never going to end. Is it worth 100%. It? Self-doubt just kicks straight in. You're like, all right, I'm done. You're about to throw the towel in.
Yeah.
So these are just little pointers that just help just to get you by.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love the Spotify one because that kind of doesn't involve like being on FaceTime or anything. You can kind of just do that in your free time when you find a song you like or something. Yeah,
you don't have to do it together either. You just add it to the playlist as soon as you hear it.
For sure. And sometimes I wouldn't even really tell you, and you would just kind of, or vice versa. You wouldn't tell me, and I'd be like, oh, look, he added a song.
Yeah, you'd just find one there.
So that was always exciting.
That was a good one. Yeah. And, generally everyone's got Spotify now.
Yeah,
so.
usually. Or, if you don't have anything like that, maybe make, I don't know, a list and have like a link to like a YouTube to the song or something.
Right, or
where
you can share a song or something like that. because it helps. Music is always a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. We have the same music taste for the most
that
part, which
helps us
really
in a big
kind of
way
helps
too.
us.
But
Would be
yeah,
hard if
that
we
is a
didn't.
good one.
You want to share one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
I had
wait.
'em. Wait, stop it, bro. Another one that I had written down was the Netflix party.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
To be able to watch a movie together.
Yeah.
I love this one. We didn't do it often
We
just
did
because
it a handful of times.
our time zone was so different, and
If you're in the same or similar time zone, it'd probably be a lot easier.
it'd be unreal.
Yeah.
It'd be so much fun. But yeah, you'd set up a Netflix party.
It's like a link online. I'm sure nowadays it might be called something different.
Yeah,
But
right. I was gonna say you usually don't.
Yeah,
I just clicked accept. So
yeah.
whoever's good with the technology in the relationship, fire away.
But basically, it just
whoever's-
allows you to press play at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's pretty basic, just hit accept. But yeah, that's a really good one. We've done that a few times, like we've mentioned before, and it just helps.
Yeah, watch a movie together is pretty fun. If you don't have access to any like sort of software or whatever that like allows you to link it up at the same time, my tip would be put in headphones to listen to the movie and then play FaceTime out loud so you can hear each other, but then you're not getting the feedback from the movie.
Yeah.
And if you're like a few seconds off,
That's
you won't
right.
really
It doesn't
notice.
have to be like the Netflix party.
Yeah, it doesn't
thing.
have to.
It can be just a matter
if you don't
of
have
like
access or whatever. Yeah.
It can be just a matter of hit and play at the same time
Yeah.
on the same movie. One could be in bed on an iPad and the other could be out in the living room, like, watching it on TV.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you're
Doing something
You're
together,
doing something together.
sharing
Yeah.
something. Like obviously if you weren't in long distance, you would probably sit down together and watch
Exactly,
a movie. So
yeah.
it's the closest you can kind of get to doing that.
100%. So it's just things like that. Once again, everything's like trying to make you feel connected because long distance, there's no connection.
You can only
in a
do
way.
so much of, hey,
Yeah.
what's up? How's your day?
That's exactly right. And that,
like, yeah, that's good, but
yeah.
something else.
So you have to use your imagination, and it's like, you need to imagine how you can feel connected more.
For sure.
So yeah, that's just something I thought of was the Netflix party. I really enjoyed doing that.
I like that. Another one that I thought of that's kind of similar, especially if maybe you can't watch a show at the same time, like if your time zone, if your time zone's too different, you can maybe just watch the same show or movie in your own time and then like come back and talk about it on FaceTime.
Yeah.
I thought, something like that. Because we tried to watch a show together. We tried to watch Ozark. And like, again, like our time zone, like to watch like continuous episodes night after night. Like
It just wasn't working.
It was too hard. Like we ended up watching it once we got together
Yeah,
in person,
Yeah.
which was good. But
Yeah. It just didn't work for us.
no, with the
But
time
not everyone
zone.
has to deal with the time zone we
Yeah.
dealt with. Like we were dealing with a time zone where it was literally flipped.
Yeah,
Like,
opposite days.
Yeah.
You're going to sleep. I'm like about to wake up.
yeah. Like it was just completely flipped one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully not everyone has to deal with that.
No, but even so, even if you are on same time zones, you might have different schedules and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe this option would be a bit easier. Like watch a show, watch a movie in your own time, then you can come back and talk about it.
Yeah.
Or even like a book. I mean, Bailey's not a reader, but like some people read out there.
No, I'm not reading. Technology is pretty smart these days. You don't need to read a book.
Audiobook,
Yeah.
just
but-
having sort of some shared
Yeah.
thing to talk about.
Yeah. What I was going to say.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
It's lost the train of thought. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Okay. All right. I just thought I'd give
No,
it a
it's
minute to
gone.
come back.
It's gone.
Yeah, but I mean, I like that idea. Again, we didn't really do that. We tried to do the show, but we didn't really end up.
It's back.
Okay, it's back. It's back.
Nah, I was just going to say, like, I've mentioned it before, and it's like planning.
Yeah.
Like, you have to plan
Yes.
to sacrifice that time to watch these things or listen to the music, or
That's true.
like, it's not just going to come out of a, let's just do this. Like, it's not that easy.
Kind of have to think about it.
You
in
do
advance.
have to think about it in advance.
For sure. Yeah.
We learned that the hard way. We had to do that the hard way because I was always busy.
Yeah.
I sort of am still. I'm always tinkering,
Yeah.
playing around with something. So to be able to do things like, even like this podcast for us,
Yeah.
it's like Kendall's got to come out and be like, righto, we're going to do
doing it
this
now.
soon. It's getting dark.
Let's go.
Get into gear. And it's just a matter of planning.
Yeah.
You got to plan your life in general.
Yes. Very
But
true.
yeah, just little fun things like that. Just keep in mind that there's going to be sacrifice for time, and
Yeah.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
For sure. I think it's your turn to share one if you have one.
Another one?
Yeah.
That was mine.
No, it wasn't. That was you did Netflix party and I did watch a show together, separate from the Netflix party.
Same thing, Calgo.
Oh, okay.
Another one we done was like sending packages, mailing.
Yes.
You know, it'd be pretty cool to get a little care package. One, for example, like America has a lot better medicine, I believe. And just things that work for me.
Little things.
Just little things, like little things that I didn't even know kind of were a thing.
Yeah.
I had a pretty wild shoulder surgery and
while we were apart.
And I just got a little box of just, you know, just different things like numbing creams and stuff that I can't get my hands on.
Yeah.
Obviously I can get that sort of stuff, but just different brands and things like that. And it was just fun. Like
and like I put a little note on each one, like you know, like something. Yeah. Oh, for when your head hurts, or you know, like a cute little note or something. Yeah. In it
when you want to go to sleep for 2 days, take this one. Nah. But just things like that. That was really good. Valentine's Day was a good one.
Yes, we did packages. Bailey sent me like a package, and he sprayed his cologne in the package and was like wrote a note in the card like P.S. Smell like you had like some rose petals in there. And he wrote, smell the roses, and they smelled like his cologne, which was like, oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That's a bonus tip. I did not write that one down, but Bailey had like his bottle of cologne, and it was almost empty, and he gave it to me to take with me. That was the best probably gift you ever gave me while we were apart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think so, honestly. Yeah. I haven't thought about that in a while because like I haven't, you know, I'm with
just
you.
Here now. Yeah.
But that was huge. Like having that scent like of you, that was really
stinky boy.
kind of special.
Yeah.
No, that was you put that in the Valentine's one though.
Yeah, I did. It was in Valentine's.
Yeah.
But yeah, things like that.
Yeah. Care packages.
And even it's so easy to do now.
Yeah, outside of holidays.
So easy to do. Hats off to anyone that had to do this 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, for
I
sure.
wouldn't have done it. But yeah, just something fun.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that it's so easy to send things now.
Yeah.
And once again, it's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
It takes an effort, and you just got to do it to make it work. Because if you don't put in that sacrifice, that extra length for long distance, it's not going to work hands down.
Very true. And I think something that's easy to do and kind of just like a nice surprise. Of course, like doing a care package does take a bit more planning and time, and maybe you're just going to do that for like a bigger special thing. But like handwrite a card and send it in the mail. Like obviously you're just texting and FaceTiming maybe through the days and stuff. So like just a handwritten card, like something physical that you can be like, oh, like they were touching this, like, you know, however long ago when they sent it in the mail, like just something like that. I feel like could kind of be a bit more special than, you know, just sending a nice text away or something. Yeah. Every now and then.
Yeah, that's it. You don't have to do it every week.
Yeah.
But it's just
unless you want to be pen pals, I guess.
Yeah. So
that's a good one. Next one. Something I did. I don't really think you did it, but I kept a notes app on my phone, and I would write the date every day because, like we've mentioned in our original episode, whenever we would FaceTime, so I would typically a normal day for us, I would go to sleep, and then Bailey would call me whenever he was going to sleep, which was, you know, completely different time zone, and it was about 4 a.m. for me. Yeah. So I would go to sleep, and then I'd wake up and tell him about my day before. So obviously I'm waking up out of a sleep. Like for the first 5 minutes, I'm probably like half
I'd wake
asleep.
you up.
Yeah. Like I would not set an alarm or anything. I would just leave my phone on sound and wake up to the call. So what I did to kind of remember my day from the day before is I had a notes app in my phone, and I would just write the date. That was cracking me up. Bailey was really trying not to yawn there.
And I was like nodding off.
Am I that boring? And you're just like staring straight at me like, sorry for boring you. Anyway. So back to it. So I had a notes app in my phone. I'd write the day every day and just like bullet points, like what I did, or like if someone said something funny, or like I just remembered something I wanted to tell you because like I would forget whenever I was just waking up. So that was really easy to like recall what I did, have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I saw this at the store or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, whatever I wanted to talk to you about that day. That was really kind of helpful.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. Yeah. It's late.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a notes app one. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you ever really did that. You have a better memory than me.
I can't remember doing anything like that.
No. I would like to go back and look at it, see what I
Yeah.
talked to you about those days.
Yeah, yeah. True.
I'd still have it saved somewhere.
You definitely would.
Of course.
Yeah.
I can share another one and then you want to go?
Okay.
Along sort of what your last one was, sending gifts in the mail, I thought another way, like again, if you don't have the time or whatever, is to send gifts online. Like just go online and send a gift card through email or whatever.
Yeah.
That's another good way. Like for us, we weren't in the same country and stuff. So sending stuff like, was kind of a big effort. Like, it did take a few weeks.
And it doesn't even have to be a gift. It can be things like Uber Eats literally deliver anywhere in the world now. So if you're talking to your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever, you can literally just send food to the door.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do that.
No.
But it's just a thought that if we had to be separated now, I probably would try and do that.
Yeah.
You could be talking and she'd be like, I've had a bad day. I don't feel like cooking. Get on your phone. Within 15 minutes, there's a cooked meal for $15 sitting at the door.
Yeah. And you can do that. You don't have to be in the area.
No, that's exactly right. You can do it anywhere. You just got to know the address.
Yeah, exactly.
Just shoot a little message saying, hey, food's going to be there at this time.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
But
that
yeah,
was
it's just
another
like
one of my points, but that's okay. We'll just combine those two.
Yeah, no, that's...
You're just all over it, aren't you?
I just know, yeah.
No, that is a cool one. I think along that line, instead of just, one, like actually plan a date night or whatever, where it's like, okay, this is more if you're in the same time zone, I guess. Yeah. But like, you order food for me and I'll order food for you and we'll FaceTime and eat it together. I've actually seen a few people online.
Yeah, that was one of my points too.
Yeah.
Maybe you stole mine.
Oh. Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Who stole who's talking?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a good point.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. I wish we could have done that, but the time zone.
Yeah, it didn't work for us.
Not really.
But yeah, just simply being able to just eat together.
Yeah. Also,
together as it can be.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about as blunt as you can put it.
Yeah.
Just being together, having that same interaction with each other at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
All of it comes together in just the fact that you're trying to work out the best way possible to feel like you're together and connected.
Yeah, for sure.
For us, it took us 12 months. It took us 12 months to really get our routine down pat.
Yeah, for sure.
We were wishing it wasn't going to be that long.
No.
But by the end of it, we had it to a T.
Yeah, but I guess most people would be visiting each other, maybe over a couple of months during that time. Most people aren't going to be separated for that long.
No, exactly right.
One time.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have to deal with COVID again.
Yeah.
But yeah, just things like that. The movie, dinner.
Did you have one more on your list?
Nah, that was my last one, eating together.
Oh yeah, eating dinner together. Yeah.
And you could even go as far as trying to play some sort of game together or something like that.
I think we did Words with Friends for a while. Remember?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
We did that for a while.
There's things like that, but even just I reckon you could nearly manage to play a board game together.
Oh yeah.
It'd be very good communication.
Yeah, true.
No cheating.
Yeah.
But
that's funny. Yeah, surely there's something. Yeah,
you could work something out in that sense. But yeah.
Definitely, there's so many things online nowadays to play games online together.
So easy.
And set up FaceTime next to it.
So easy. Yeah.
Yeah, just put in a little bit of more effort than just a regular FaceTime every day, just to make it feel just a little bit more special.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish that we could have done the dinner date one, I guess, because we probably could have done
I wish we never done long distance.
Lunch. Yeah, fair enough. But we wouldn't be here if we didn't. So I guess we kind of had to.
Yeah, we didn't have much.
But yeah, we could have done I don't know, lunch and dinner. But yeah. You're always busy and I was at school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also saw online as well, TikTok, this couple, like they went out to a restaurant like by themselves and like set up the FaceTime. I mean, like ordered at a restaurant. Yeah. They were each at restaurants.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's kind of cool.
If you're going to go for dinner by yourself anyway, what's it hurt flicking FaceTime on and having the other half there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're
out we do it now. Like, you're about to go home very soon to see your family and hang out and stuff. And I'm sure we're going to FaceTime while you eat.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, with the time zone and stuff. But there's going to be times where, you know, I'm waking up, going to bed, rah.
Yeah.
And we're pretty lucky. We've done the hard bit.
Yeah, true. Where this is someone, like, oh, okay.
It's not for someone doing the hard bit, that's such a great idea.
Yeah. I do as well. I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. So, I like that idea.
Yeah,
those are pretty good tips. I guess I did have one last one actually. Plan a surprise visit to see each other, one or the other. Obviously,
if you can.
Don't plan a visit at the same time and then not tell each other.
That'd be a classic. If that's ever happened, I want to hear about that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, for real, that would just be tragic.
That'd be funny.
You think? You think that would have been funny if you spent how much we had to spend on flights and you were in America and I ended up here? Not so funny.
When you put it that way.
Exactly.
Didn't mean to make it real.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that'd be pretty fun. I wish like if we had done a more traditional long distance, like, you know, across the country or something, that would have been, I would have loved to have done that. There were so many days where I was like, oh, I think Bailey's going to surprise me. And I'm like, oh, who am I kidding? No, he's definitely not. I can see his location. He's at work.
Definitely not allowed to go over the border.
No. We did do that, though. However, we did plan a surprise visit to see my family.
We did. Yep.
We only told my mom because she was going to pick us up from the airport. Yep. So we didn't tell my little brother, like my any of my siblings, like my dad, grandparents, and we went around surprising them all. Like I actually like filmed it and everything. It's actually on my YouTube channel if anyone wants to check that out.
Back on track.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I liked doing that.
That was fun. So
yeah, it was hard to keep the secret though.
Oh, 100%.
So hard,
and everyone was nagging us like,
when are you coming?
We're like, we knew for like months.
We knew for months and months and months, like probably 4 or 5 months that we booked the flight. Yeah. So we decided that, okay, we're going to surprise everyone. Because I think that was the time that we went and stayed there for like 7 weeks. We
were there for a long time. I don't think we could do it knowing, like when we go back now, it's just too chaotic. Yeah. Way too chaotic.
We'd like to plan it a bit more.
It's like, it's busier than work sometimes when we go there.
For real.
So we don't get much time to relax.
No, definitely not. But yeah, that was a fun kind of thing. Yep. And actually, whenever we got there, my mom picked us up from the airport and did a full Uno reverse on us and surprised us with my cousin, who surprised us. Like she came there for a couple days or a week or so, and I hadn't seen her. Bailey hadn't met her, obviously. So that was
that was cool.
That was cool as well. We got surprised as well.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, definitely. That was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are just some tips to help you get through long distance, make it a bit more interesting than just FaceTime.
Just keep it fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Always more ideas.
Keep it fun. Use your imagination. You got to think outside the box. Big time.
Definitely. That's for sure. Okay, I guess we'll get into our Love Notes segment, which is our segment that we have at the end of every episode. You guys can write in, ask us a question about us or about long distance, or you can tell us a story about your long distance relationship. Anything goes, really. I don't know. You can tell us if you like the podcast or whatever. So yeah, this week we have a question. Mm-hmm. This is a good one, I think. Do you think long distance, like doing long distance, made our relationship stronger? Like if we had just been in a regular relationship, not done long distance?
Yes and no. Yes, as in like our communication skills now when we go somewhere are unreal. Like we're pretty good in that sense, but it's also scarred us in a way.
Oh yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
For me.
For you, definitely.
Yeah, for me, like I think that time of being away and like missing out on so many things, like it actually, scarred me, I would say is the word.
Yeah, well, like our nephew and nieces, you didn't get to see.
Yeah, I mean, I met them, well, 2 of them. One of them wasn't born yet. Like she wasn't even, like your sister wasn't even pregnant with her.
She wasn't. No.
Got pregnant with her, had her,
Yeah.
And then she was growing and all this stuff. I think she was 8 months when I finally got to meet her.
Yeah.
So like a whole like life event. Like I almost missed your sister's wedding.
Yeah.
Like almost, as in like literally it was so close. I had like talking about planning and sending letters. Like I had sent a letter.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, I'm not going to be there for your wedding day. Like, I know you look beautiful. Like a letter for her to open on her wedding day. Mm-hmm. And like had already sent it away. And then because of COVID and stuff, they had to change the date, which was very lucky on my part. Not for them, but at least I got to be there. Like, I don't know, it was the next year or whenever it was, but I got to be there. So that was cool.
But that's, it's definitely put a scar in that.
Definitely.
In that sense. Like, I can't stand FaceTime.
Yeah.
That's true. I just,
like
I
that
don't
noise
like
when it rings. It's like,
I just don't like FaceTime. I can deal with a phone call.
Yeah.
But there's just something about FaceTime that just ticks me off. It just grinds my gears now. I don't like being on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Yeah. It was...
Yeah. It is what
hard.
it is.
I would say, it was definitely hard. Was a really challenging time. We missed out on a lot of things, like even just beginning things in a relationship, like going on little dates and stuff like that. Like we had to do all of that over the phone.
Yeah.
Our dog's trying to break in.
Yeah.
But I think that was one part where I wish that we didn't have that, because I do feel like, that's still kind of a sad thought sometimes.
Yeah.
But then again, on the other side, I do think it made us stronger. Like we've been through a lot.
Oh, 100%. Like the way we started our relationship to now, it's like we went through something that a lot of people didn't have to go through.
Very true.
We were the ones that stayed loyal. We stayed true. And it's an achievement. Like we're proud of it. Hence why we're doing this podcast.
Very true. And it was hard too, because a lot of people like looked at our relationship, because we had just started dating and then we were like apart for almost 2 years. So people were like, oh, well, how long have you been dating? Oh, 2 years. Oh, no, you haven't actually been dating for 2 years, because like you weren't together. But I'm like, but we were like, we were committed to each other. Like we were speaking every day. We were doing all of these ideas that we listed before as like our dates and stuff. It just looked different. So it was hard because a lot of people would kind of discredit our relationship, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. But that's all I can say on that topic.
Yeah. Definitely made us stronger.
Yeah. But there's definitely things that linger in the past that are
for sure.
Ugh, couldn't do it again.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely. Yeah. Well, that's it for today's episode. Again, like if you want to write in, ask us a question, or tell us your own story, you can do that in the show notes, the links in the show notes to write into Love Notes, or in our social media bios as well. And that's Love Across Miles Pod on Instagram and TikTok. You can also watch us on YouTube if you're into video podcasts. And we'll see you next time.
What she said. See ya.
Bye.